Oh, so this is what happened. Oh, to the other countries. Man, I still remember the special move that Shinpachi had to learn. Oh, I wonder if this will the Yodas. I think they mentioned about that. Their planet was like the kind of Amanto that creates weapons. I wonder if they will also do a callback to that here. The ones that transform Obi-Wan. And that's so long ago, episode 3. And it's nice to see it in high definition. Oh, now there, yeah, makes sense that there is like the discrimination against other Amanto. Yeah, I guess now it's creating a divide between humans and Amanto. It's like her. I just noticed. It seems like her dress has changed. Did Kagura's clothes change, or is it still the same? Of course. Oh, man, Nabume. Man, I guess that's going to it's going just to be a trend in this app. Oh man. Oh, Naraku. Oh yeah, they. Oh no. Man, I thought that we won't see Utsuro until the next arc. Damn, now I'm worried. Man, this scene could have been way more epic if it weren't for the last episode. Man. Yeah, but I feel like he's somewhat blinded by. Yeah, every one of them is blinded right now by revenge and hatred. It makes sense though. But yeah, that's what Otsuro was hoping for. And I guess Shinjuku is the only. Oh man. 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 Yeah, this is the same tone now as the previous arcs. And they're not really holding back with the gore. Yeah, but yeah, that's really one of the difficult things that I was also thinking about that. Yeah. But I guess they could focus it towards the Tendosho, but who is it?
この戦争は終わらない。なぜならもう終わっているからだ。紹介しよう。我らが宿敵天道衆。
Oh.
バカな。これは一体。生きている。いや、死ねないと言った方がいいか。天道衆ならば駐屯地を襲撃しているのは誰だ。誰でも構わんさ。我らは憎しみ。
Yeah, yeah. Otsuro already killed them.
兵将、お前。死者。我ら解放軍には敵が必要。
Yeah, he's.
終わっていたでは終われないんだ。ならば終わらなければ。
Yeah.
そうすれば
Ooh.
我らは戦い続けることができる。憎しみ
Damn. Utsuro.
俺は戦場に居続けることができる。牢にぶち込んでお
He gave his. I guess if it was possible with
く。
Oboro, it's possible with anyone
地球を
else.
制圧する。それこそがうつろの狙いだと。解放軍を利用して江戸を戦火に包もうってのか。
ついでにあなたたち邪魔者を排除することもね。
じゃあ桂さんたちの交渉は無駄になってしまったんですか。
どの道こうなることは分かっていた。戦争がお望みなのはうつらだけじゃない。戦わなきゃ終われないのはあいつらだけじゃない。
Yeah. So in the end, they still have. They still have to fight them.
少なくともこの事態は感謝してる。神出鬼没のうつろがようやく尻尾を見せた。もしうつろが現れるとすれば、最も危険で最も崩しがたいここ。
解放軍の部隊が壊
Damn.
滅。玉砕覚悟で敵を見
But who were those guys that
味方もない。
somewhat revived?
どうやら
So it's not all of the Narako.
戦わなければ倒さなければ。
Man, I love this theme song of Utsuro, man. Whenever they play it, it always scares the shit out of me.
そなたの国が滅ぶのは無理よ。協定を破棄し先に銃口を向けたのはそなたら地球人だ。天道衆と共に滅べ。
そうか。それが天道衆の仕業だとわからん愚鈍な指導者ならば、おまんの軍も滅ぶぜよ。
They just,
だが、
yeah. I think
知った上でふっかけとるならまだいい。
was it? I think from the 1917 movie that there are just really some people, some men that just wants to fight, just wants war. Doesn't matter. It doesn't really have any motive. They just wants. But from him, I can see the motive is that he's looking for some kind of outlet for revenge. And it makes sense. He lost everything that he was fighting for, his wife and his son.
どこに届かない。
Oh, so it is all of. Damn.
まさか不死者。うつろてめえ。こいつらに血を。数敵で作ったまがいものになってしまいました。
And they're like zombies.
苦しいですか。だがそれももうじき終わる。何もかも手を
Man.
その剣を引き星と共に終わりを迎える。
But he has created an
戦いここで終わるか。
invincible army because of that.
好きな方を選びなさい。
Damn.
じゃあこの剣でお前も解放軍もぶっ潰す。
Man, that's a tall order. Oh man. I guess I was hopeful that the plan with Nobunobu and I guess Sakamoto will work out the deal. I guess it somewhat worked out, But yeah, I guess that's why they introduced that other factor. And also, it's not just that prince; it's everyone else who come here. Every other Amanto who came here looking for a reason to fight. And yeah, if you, it's definitely the beginning of all wars. It's hatred. It's revenge. And yeah, and I kind of understand what they are going for. And it's really hard to go against that emotion. And yeah, sometimes we just, yeah, if it's really hard to win over. And it's also one of the roots of war. And the same time, some people also take advantage of that and utilize that, because sometimes war doesn't only, it benefits a lot of people. And it it at the same time, it also destroys a lot of innocent lives, every almost a lot of things. And it's just really sad at the same time, because you feel bad for this Amantos as well, because they did lost their homes. And they're out here looking for revenge. But yeah, it's really just a matter of survival now, for I guess for Gintoki and the others. Yeah, they have to fight back. It's they have no choice. They, I guess, they tried the diplomatic way of resolving it. And yeah, once that doesn't work, yeah, you have to defend yourself, because even though they have the right motive. And I guess, yeah, yeah, because I guess what Shinjuku was saying is that, yeah, their real enemy is the Tendoshu. But the problem is the Tendoshu is already, I guess, they're already half dead. What and was it Enzo? And yeah, the Prince Enzo. He's not satisfied with that. He wants to be the one to deal the fight. I guess he's like, they're. I guess it also depends on the culture of the Amanto. And I guess they're, if they're like more like Vikings or something, that they have to find a way to. But even the Vikings had some kind of, I guess, some kind of way to resolve those kinds of thing with revenge or somewhat. But yeah, it seems like they he's just looking out. He's just, I guess, based on what we've heard about him from the beginning, that they're he's saying that he needs to cut off the head of, I guess, their enemy, as and present it as a gift to her child. And I guess his wife is, seems like it's like a cultural thing for them, that I guess as a warrior race of Amanto. So maybe that's like a tradition. It's something that they're used to. So you can't really fully blame him, but the same time, yeah, they're going. If he knew that he's going to attack innocent lives, innocent people, it's somewhat still, that's that's going for too far then. So if they're just going to attack the Tendoshu, it's pretty understandable. But if they're going to involve the people of the earth, the humans, the innocent people, yeah, that's a different story then. And yeah, but it's a really tall order for them, because they have to deal with Utsuro. That I guess the Tondoshi is already done for. Their real problem is Utsuro. They have to deal with Utsuro, and they have to deal with the Liberation Army. And yeah, they would need but I could see the Shinsengumi, the Oniwaban. I guess they still have a lot. But in terms of, I guess they're not going to destroy Earth. I assume. I guess they want to take over the Earth. So maybe make it their own planet. But if it's going to be like sword fight, or I guess like that, I guess they have a fighting chance. And Gengai has the tools and the genius in creating those gadgets, I assume. And we have the Shinsengumi, we have the Oniwaban, we have the, I guess, the Kihetai and the Kayentai. We have the Yato, and we have, I assume the Harusame would be involved. Kamui. I guess the Harusame is almost pretty much wiped out. So we have Umibozo. I guess he's still definitely very powerful, even though he lost both of his arms. And yeah, and we still haven't heard about the Emperor. I think this time around the Emperor should be involved, because I guess Nobunobu somewhat like represented the Earth, based I guess based on the conversation that he had. But remember, they talked about the Emperor. Someone seems like higher than the Shogun. So I wonder if he will eventually show up now, because this is a threat not just to Edo. I guess because with Shogun, it's more about Edo, the threat on Edo. But this is now more like the whole world, the whole Earth, and I feel like he's the representative of that. And maybe now we will finally meet the Emperor, and maybe we get to see more soldiers rather from that. So I don't know. We'll see. Cause when Shigeshige went back to Kyo, when he went to when he went to Kyo, he was looking for allies. He was looking for reinforcements, and based on that, I assume that um the soldiers, the Shinsengumi, the police force of Edo alone is just a fraction of what really comprise of the whole humanity on Earth. Because Edo is like just a country within Earth. And yeah, I wonder if they'll eventually introduce that now, or is it really just going to be about Edo? And yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, and Enzo might be like the temporary villain right now, because I don't think they'll be able to kill Utsuro or defeat Utsuro right now. Especially now that he has a zombie army. So I think he'll just wants to create this chaos. And he just made the reason for the Liberation Army to, I guess, to this I guess he just ruined the negotiation that they made. And I'm assuming he knew about that, and that's why he's trying to disrupt that in order for him to finally achieve his goal of, I guess, the Earth being destroyed. And finally being able, once that happens, he will be able to um, finally have peace, I guess, once the Altana in the Earth. But based on what we're seeing, it doesn't seem like that the Liberation Army is aiming to destroy Earth. It seems like they want to take over and take control. So I wonder if Utsuro has taken that into consideration, or maybe it's part of that on how the Altana resources will be destroyed. Or I guess they have to find, because I think the only way they could destroy Earth is by doing the same thing that Utsura did with the other planets, and I guess somewhat unlocking the Altana or overloading the Altana. So maybe that's what they are planning. And I guess Utsuro is not capable of doing that himself. So yeah, I don't know. I guess eventually we will learn about it, and we will see it. And but right now the tone has shifted towards towards the usual. I guess the more Shogun assassination arc. Farewell Shinsengumi serious tone of an arc. And even from the beginning, almost I guess the first from the beginning of the episode, we were introduced by Enzo, but after that they were still, I guess, discussing about the second movie, his second live action movie, and yeah, I thought that that's how this arc is going to be, like a little bit lighthearted and goofy, but yeah, I don't know, but I'm a little bit worried because it seems like every arc that we had, someone had to die. I guess not really main of one of the main. I guess except for Shige. Because I really consider Shige to be one of the main characters, main side characters, and Sasaki Isaburo is definitely a little bit more outside of that because he was really newer and he's been more like when with the Mawarigumi, and he's been really like part of the whole serious tone arc story that they've been developing. But yeah, Shige I think is the most impactful. But yeah, Oboro, yeah, I guess Oboro is from the previous arc. I really thought that they're going to kill off Umibozo. It really makes sense, and I guess I could consider him as well as somewhat a little bit main character as well, but we rarely get to see him. But I feel like his death would. I feel like it. I'll be able to accept it. The death of Umibozo, and I kind of felt it was coming. But yeah, I guess he has more to. He has a bigger role to play eventually, and but I guess the one that really, I guess, yeah, really traumatized me from going into these arcs was Shige's death, and yeah, that it's still very painful, still very depressing whenever I think about Shige, because yeah, I just really love his character so much from the beginning, from the first time we met him, and yeah, hopefully, I guess in this last few arcs, I also got help to like Nobu, and but I don't think he'll be able to replace the Shige. But yeah, and we also finally get to see Zenzo, and I'm also worried about that because I don't know, Zenzo and Shige were really tight. I guess everyone was really close with him, but I feel like Zenzo. I don't know if Zenzo is able to forgive. I guess they are not really able to forgive him. They really need him right now, so I guess they could temporarily have a ceasefire. But I don't know. I feel like Zenzo, if given the opportunity, would kill Nobu instantly. But yeah, that's all I could think in this arc. And definitely they're in a big task. And I guess it was still similar from the last arc, but I feel like this is much more difficult now. Because before I guess they were against Darusame, but they had Takasugi's group. Yeah, they had. Seems like they have the sufficient strength to fight that fight with Rakuyo arc, except for I guess even that moment we had Umibozo going to face off UTSURO. So it feels kinda more balanced, but right now, yeah, it kind it kind of feels like it's really hard, the situation that are currently, because I guess this would be much more difficult if they have to also deal with Takasugi and Kamui. So at least right now they're working towards the same goal. So definitely everyone will eventually help. And I wonder, also I forgot about the Omyoji. I wonder if they will also come into play in this story, in this final arc, because yeah, they're really powerful, and I wonder if they Sorachi will also use them, because we never get to see them again for so long. The last time was with Gedomaru looking for a gift. Yeah, I think it was when Gintoki was looking for a gift for Gedomaru. I think that was the last time we had some kind of um call back to the Omyoji. So yeah, if you would like to share your thoughts, let me know in the comments. If you did enjoy watching my reaction, please leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and hit the notification bell. If you want to watch my reaction the next episode right now, or my full length reaction, just go to the link in the description down below. On my Patreon, if you decide to support my channel, you'll have the benefit of full length and early access, and it will really be helpful for supporting this channel moving forward, creating more videos like this in the future. So thank you again for watching. See you in my next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.